how can I invite infinite intelligence into those moments where I'm noticing that I'm beginning to plummet?
You can't. That's not the right time. That's that falling out of the airplane.
I want to catch it before I start going down. I want to invite. Maintain.
You do catch it by being aware, but we're not encouraging you to expect of yourself to maintain connection and alignment all day, every day, because step one is as important a part of the process as step 2 or 3. Step 1 is you're usually out of alignment when you're having it because you're exploring contrast. So you know what you don't want, you know what you do want, you know, no. But there's a lot of knowing what you don't want that's part of that step 1 process usually. So then step 2 is source lines up with what you've decided that you want, even though you haven't. And now you have the emotional awareness that you're not in alignment with what you want. And that's the step 3 part, by utilizing that emotional awareness to just bring you gradually into alignment. So it just gets better and better. But alignment is not like a college degree where once you have the diploma, it's yours to present everywhere you go. It either is or it isn't in the moment. And what you're really wanting is more moments of alignment. But someone who says, I want to be in alignment every single moment, is someone who says, I've given up expansion. And you haven't. You don't want to give up expansion, so you need contrast. And if you need contrast, then you need awareness of what you don't want. And if you need awareness of what you don't want, then you're going to have some negative emotion. But is it a bad thing? Is negative emotion a bad thing? No, it's guidance. Is positive emotion a good thing? Yes, it's a good thing, but it's also guidance. It's all guidance, you see. So give yourself a break. Stop holding yourself to standards that you're picking up from somebody else, and just have the fun you say you want to have.
Well, it just feels so good to have fun. It feels so good to be in my body feeling good instead of being in my body feeling shitty.
Yeah. So it's a choice. But sometimes if there's momentum, this is the thing that we're hearing from a lot of you, and we really want to speak this in a powerful way. Sometimes by not catching it at the early subtle stages, more momentum takes place before you make the decision. But it does not matter how much momentum has taken place before you make the decision. It's just easier to change the direction of the momentum if it is in the early subtle stages. But just because it's easier to change the direction of the momentum doesn't mean that it's necessarily the very best thing, because sometimes a strong desire, even if it's a strong desire that is currently being challenged by a vibration that opposes it, is still a strong desire, you see. People would rather feel negative emotion than no emotion at all. Yeah. And we would rather that you were feeling negative emotion than no emotion at all. We have never been, and we never will be, encouragers of what you are striving for in terms of perfect behavior. We think you would all benefit by leaving this gathering saying, I'm doing just fine, and negative emotion is not a bad thing, and things are getting better and better for me. And most of all, I love knowing when I'm having negative emotion. I love knowing that I'm having negative emotion.
Because I'm alive and I can feel it.
Because I'm aware. And not only am I aware that I'm feeling negative emotion, I'm aware of what it means. It means there's something I want that I'm contradicting the energy of. How much do I want it? Does it matter to me? If it matters to me, then I'm going to change my vibration. You see, there's a sort of cycle going on here. And we want to speak to this because we may be offering some confusion to you, and we want to clear it up. On the one hand, we say to you that if you've got something going on and you don't know it, so you don't do anything about it, don't worry, it will get bigger. And when it gets bigger, then eventually you'll become aware of it. And then we say, and if you catch it in the earlier subtle stages, it's earlier to shift. And then we say, but if you don't catch it, then big stuff goes into your vortex. And then we say, everything that you want is for the feeling of it. And then you say, well, I want to feel good. And then we say, well, then don't worry about feeling bad. And you say, wait, if everything I want is because I think I will feel better in the having of it, then shouldn't I be aware of how I feel? And isn't it prudent? Wouldn't it be wise? Wouldn't it be better for me to be always holding myself in as good a feeling place as I could find? And we say, yes. But can you hear that what we're really saying in all of this is that it does not matter? We're making too much of it. You can't get it wrong, and you never get it done. And the reason that you can't get it wrong is because it's never done. So of course, you want to go do something that's fun, but you don't want to be there doing that thing that's fun all the time. Do you really want to spend the rest of your life in the arena with that sporting event? Or would you like to go home and take a nap? Would you like to go swimming? Would you like maybe to have a stimulating conversation? In other words, do you really want to do only what's fun? Or do sometimes you want to do something that's interesting? Sometimes you want to have a tender thought. Sometimes you want to have an emotional thought that gives you more clarity. In other words, you don't just want to have fun. You want to have variety, but you want to be in control of the variety that you're having. And just like the father that we were talking to about his 17-year-old, you are not ever going to be in control of your vibration if you don't allow yourself to have some emotions that are not always off the wall enthusiasm and fun. You see? So sometimes you want to mold the clay in a powerful way. Sometimes you want to get hold of it, and sometimes you want to do something more subtle with it. But it's all interesting, and it's all satisfying, and it's all right. You see? Mm-hmm. You just want to chill out and accept your goodness and take it as it comes and direct it a little more and be more aware of your energy and be more aware of the way you feel and guide it a little more and laugh more and criticize less and have fun. Yeah, but don't hold yourself to the standard that says, I'm in this world, but I must not observe it, and I shouldn't think about the past. I should only be pre-paving about the future. Don't hold yourself to these standards. That makes you put us in the parental role that this son is not wanting his father to be. This is not the message that we're giving to you. We're saying to you, you're good, and you're right, and you can figure it out, and figuring it out is the fun part. Figuring it out is the fun part. And nothing's going to sustain you for very long. This little car is Esther's favorite toy. She wants to be in it all day, every day. She keeps looking down her list. Isn't there something that requires driving somewhere? Surely there must be something out there that I need to drive to. But it's not going to feel that way to her forevermore. It's just going to feel that way for a little while, you see. Something else will catch her attention. And it doesn't make what caught her attention before wrong. Mm-hmm. You see. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right here. You can't have become more and give less. Have you noticed? Sometimes you say it in more practical terms. Like when you have a friend or one of your children or a partner, a mate, you sometimes think, oh, I should hold back a little bit. I shouldn't give everything I've got. I need to hold something in reserves. And we say, why? Do you know that there are no reserves? You're just tuned right into the stream and flowing it now, or you're not. And if you're holding back, you're pinching off what's flowing, but you're not ever going to be able to hold anything back. You can pinch yourself off from the stream, but holding it back doesn't save it for later, you see. So we say, go for it. Give every moment everything you've got to give. But what makes you think that you might want to hold back with attention, or with love, or even with money, what makes you feel like you want to hold back is that you have a misunderstanding. You think you have a finite pile of love or money somewhere, and that you want to make it last as long as you do. And we want you to know it's everlasting, it's ever flowing. You don't have to hold it back. And the more you flow it, the more comes. The more you flow it, the more comes. We're talking about positive attitude. We're talking about compliments. We're talking about positive aspects. We're talking about all things that you consider to be assets or something wanted. There's a never-ending stream of them flowing to you. And the more you are flowing them, the more flow to you. You've been listening to us for a while? You know that we are eager to visit with you then. You know that you are the leading edge creators, and that it is through what you are living that you are coming to new requests, new conclusions about what you want, Often you come to a new conclusion about something that you want, and you find a vibrational match to that early on. So you want it, and a short time later it is fully manifested in your experience. But sometimes you want things that seem like they're not coming. You use words like they're stuck or I'm stuck. And we want to help you to sort some of that out today. We want you to figure out how to get things flowing. To get things flowing so that you can have more of those manifestations that you want. But also because when things are flowing, you feel wonderful. And what we know about you that you may not know about you yet is that as you get those juices flowing, as you come into vibrational alignment with this stream, as you become a vibrational match to who you really are, as you become a more chronic appreciator of self and others, what begins to happen is, even though things are manifesting all around you, the manifestations don't become the main event. They step into the background where they belong, as the goal or the reason to focus in order to get the juices flowing. Because it's the energy juices that are flowing that equal the way you feel. So it's a little backwards from the way most humans approach it. Most humans say, oh, when I look at that, I feel good and I think I would like it. And when I look at that, I feel bad and I know I would not like it. So if I could just get much more of that I think I like, then I would feel good more of the time. So give me the good stuff. And once I see it and believe it, then I will let myself enjoy it. So I'll be happy once that good stuff comes, no matter what it is. And we want you to understand that the good stuff is coming. It is eternally flowing. But if you can, and maybe you can do it here today, it is our desire to help you to achieve this. If you can reach the place where you're not hung up on the not yet fulfilled goal, the not yet manifested experience, but you are enjoying the process of finding vibrational alignment with it, then you will discover today the path to eternal joy. You're always going to be sifting and sorting, and you're always going to be aware of something that you would like to experience that is beyond where you are. But if the gap between where you are and what you want to experience is so great that you're disappointed in the not yet experiencing it, now you're stuck in a sort of vibrational limbo that feels like discomfort, and it will linger as long as you're there. But if you can make the jump, we can do it today. If you can make the jump where the gap between where you are in terms of manifestation and what you're wanting is just this soft, eager place where even though it hasn't yet manifested, it doesn't matter because the reason you want it to manifest is for the feeling that you've got anyway. Do you get that? You want everything that you want. No exceptions, whether it's a pile of money or a relationship or a state of being, whether it's a circumstance or an event, whether it's something you want to change in politics or in your family situation, every single thing that you or anyone wants or has ever wanted or ever will want is because you believe you will feel better once you accomplish it. And we want you to know that there is a way to accomplish it vibrationally. In fact, you must accomplish it vibrationally. Before you can accomplish it materially, you must accomplish it vibrationally. And when you decide that that's what you're going for, you're going for the vibrational alignment. Sometimes our friends, this is the part of the conversation that sort of annoys them, because they say, oh yeah, Abraham, you don't pay rent. You don't even really have your own body. You've got a lot of bright ideas about how we should live here in this physical world. And we say, we do. We have a lot of bright ideas about what life is really about, how it really should feel to you, how you intended for it to feel to you. And if we can just convince you that you want it for the feeling and the manifestation is just a temporary super bonus, but it's not the main event, it's the feeling, then you'll be off and running. We are eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. There is nothing that is off limits. Do not worry about us. We will wedge our message in the crack.